Hi everyone and welcome back to this tutorial. On our last lesson, we finished the drawing of our building cross-section. Now on this video, we will see how to set the printing parameters to create a PDF, which later we are going to import to Photoshop to add textures, light effects and some entourage. So now what we're going to do first is to select our whole drawing and change its color from red to white. Okay. And during the past videos we have been working on the model space of AutoCAD, but now we are going to change and switch to another working environment by clicking on these tabs down here. This is our paper space. Here we can change the configuration of the layout of our drawing. So if we make a right click on the tab, select Page Setup Manager, Modify, we have this window popping up, and here we're going to select our printer. That for our case is going to be this one down here to make a PDF. Also we are going to change the paper size. We're going to look for an A3 paper size. We're going to leave these parameters like this, and also we're going to leave the landscape orientation. Over here we have the plot style parameters, but as we just want to plot a PDF to later work on it on Photoshop, we're going to select the monochrome plot style. It's an AutoCAD default plot style. So we click OK and close. As you can see, our paper size has changed, and we have here our window that shows us what we have drawn on our model space. This is called the viewport, and you can move it and change its dimensions as you will change a normal line in AutoCAD. But if you make a double click, you will actually enter to the model space where you can change the view. You can pan or zoom in as you need it. Also, if we make double click outside to get out of the model space and we select the viewport again and ask for its properties, here you can see you can change the scale of the drawing inside of the viewport. For example, from these standard scales over here, or you can type in your custom scale. So let's type 5, and we can let this scale is good for us, and we just center our drawing, modify a little bit the viewport so it shows our entire drawing. Now the last step to print the PDF is just to type in the command plot, enter, and click on OK. Here you're going to look at where you want to save your PDF. Let's just change the name to cross section and click on button save and close. So now that AutoCAD has finished printing our PDF, we're going to open Photoshop and we are going to import our PDF. Well, actually we're going to open directly our PDF, but we're going to save it as a PSD. So file, save as, cross section, OK. Now, one of the first things I like to do while working in Photoshop is naming the layers, because as you keep on working on your project, you will create more and more layers, and later you can end up having a lot of layers, and it can get a little complicated to find something if you have to go layer by layer to look for it. So let's rename this layer as CAD drawing. Now our next step is going to be to create a new layer. We're going to name this layer as white background, and we're going to fill this layer with white color to have it as a base. And another thing that I like to do while working on Photoshop is to create a copy of our PDF layer where we have our drawing, to have one layer as a reference and to have another one to actually work with. So let's duplicate this layer, move it over the white background, and we're going to rename it as base drawing. Okay, now we're going to crop the image to the size we want. Let's make some adjustments here. Okay, and now, while having our base drawing layer activated, we're going to fill the elements of our building that had been actually cut by this section line with the black color. So we changed the black color is the paint bucket, and we make click inside of the elements that we want to fill in. So for example, the ground and the walls as well as the floor slab, and also the beams. As you can see, by filling these elements with a black color, it helps to see and identify them as the elements of the building that had been cut. And as well, it makes the interior spaces pop up and look more well defined. Now, on our next video, we will add different images to make our background, and also we'll start adding the different textures of the materials of our project. So thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for our next lesson.